Welcome everyone to the big fat Minecraft update tier list. Down here I have every single major Minecraft update in chronological order. And yeah, I am including all of the little drops as well. There is quite a lot to talk about here, so I want to keep this intro short and brief, hopefully. And as a reminder, these are not going to be ordered within their respective tiers, so keep that in mind, pretty please. Anyway, let's go ahead and start with the big 1.0 update. Alright, so we're going to start with Minecraft 1.0, the original release when the game came out of beta and all that crap. And so the thing with 1.0 is that it did add some significant features, I'm just putting it here for now, don't worry. The main thing I can think of is the enchanting system, potion brewing system, and the end, with the Ender Dragon and everything. And honestly, those are pretty damn big Minecraft staples, along with, I believe, nether fortresses and blazes and all that. So pretty big Minecraft essentials. So I know this is kind of basic, but I might just start off and put that at S tier. Because just when I stop and think about it, the Ender Dragon that gave Minecraft its first boss, its final boss, with the cool new dimension and enchanting. I don't know, man, that shit is just kind of really important and makes Minecraft kind of the game it is. So yeah, I'm just gonna put 1.0 in S tier for now. And now for 1.1, this is kind of a smaller update. And so I believe I was looking through all these updates before this. So if I remember correctly, 1.1 mainly added just spawn eggs to creative mode, just so that you get the mobs wherever you want them, which is, I mean, a really good feature, honestly. It's just creative mode exclusive. And then also biomes and shit. I mean, it's a few random biomes, I think beaches and stuff. It's mainly spawn eggs, but spawn eggs are really damn important. So I'm leaning towards B for that. It's very small, but very impactful on the game, I would say. Now 1.2, that's right, 1.2, its main features was adding jungles and then ocelots to go along with them. You can tame into cats, and also iron golems. Again, kind of a smaller update. The jungles are cool. I don't really like them. Cats are cool, not that useful, and they scare creepers. Iron golems are cool. I don't know, I'm feeling C tier. They're cool additions. They're good Minecraft additions, but it's nothing crazy. It's fine. It's C. It's not bad, it's fine. Then let's move on to 1.3, and a little lore here. This is the first Minecraft update I remember, because I started playing in Java edition 1.2.5. So 1.3 came out and it was a big deal to my little brain. Because 1.3, I'd say the main thing was that it added villager trading in emeralds. Villagers didn't do jack shit before this, so they were actually useful now, and there's a new ore, even if it didn't really do much besides trade. And then in addition to that, I think it was mainly just jungle temples and desert temples. Nothing crazy, but some solid additions that make exploring a little more fun. Villages actually kind of fun to find now. So yeah, nothing crazy awesome, but still some good solid things. I think it's another B tier there. Alright, now let's move on to 1.4, which as you can see here, the Wither is pretty much the main part. I would say everyone kind of knows from this update. It's the pretty scary update. I'd say not the largest update out there, but the things that were added were pretty big things. For one, we got the Wither, Minecraft's second and still technically most recent boss. Yeah, but it adds, you get the beacon from it, and beacons are just kind of game changers. Just really cool ass shits. In addition to that, the carrots and potatoes were added this update, along with flower pots and witches and bats. So kind of some fun things to play around with, along with the Wither for beacons. So the Wither definitely kind of carries that update. I don't know if you know what? Beacons are really important and everything. I think that does belong in A. I don't think it's quite cream of the crop S tier, but yeah, I think it's a solid A. And speaking of S tier, I've thought about this a bit. I honestly think 1.5 is an easy S tier, because even though it didn't add a lot of things, it was the Redstone update, and it added just a handful of super important little toys. That mainly being the Hopper and the Comparator. I mean, I'm no redstone guy. I'm very basic with redstone. But hoppers and comparators, those things are important to the entire damn game. I don't know where life would be without them, man. I just feel like those two additions alone qualify an S tier. But then, in addition to those, it added nether quartz, so gave the nether its first ore, which is honestly pretty cool. I remember I thought it was, pardon my French, I thought it was so fucking cool that they added a nether ore. I don't know why. I just thought that was the coolest shit ever. But yeah, quartz, oh yeah, quartz blocks, amazing to build with. But yeah, hoppers and comparators just, they're game changers. I can't understate that. Anyway, 1.6, horses, the horse update. So obviously horses were added. Horses, donkeys, and mules. All those fun guys to ride around on. In addition, there's also carpets. I believe terracotta / hardened clay, as it was known, was added. Little building things, I think charcoal blocks were added. It's mainly about those horses. And up until a certain update, horses were like big. They were the transportation method to go for. Nowadays they aren't as useful. I don't know, I'm leaning toward B for that one. Like, they're cool, great, good addition, great. Nothing crazy. Maybe if this was back during that time I would say S tier, but as of now, like, I think it's a solid B. 1.7, the update that changed the world, which, I don't know, kind of a funny little name, I guess. This did a lot with world generation. The main thing here was adding a bunch of biomes, and main two, I would say, were the savanna and the dark oak forest, with the acacia and dark oak wood types to go along with them. Acacia is not everyone's cup of tea, not really mine, but dark oak, that's a nice ass wood type. And then also a bunch of flowers and stuff came with this update, and I don't know, man, I like flowers. They're fun to decorate with and get dyes from them. But this was also the update where the rose was changed to the poppy for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, I mean, I think it's another solid update, just a solid B. Good additions, but nothing crazy, but some fun things to play around with there. And now we get to 1.8, the Bountiful update, which honestly is kind of a misleading name. I don't know. A lot of stuff was added in this update, but it's not as big and crazy as you'd think. I'd say the headliners are probably like stone variants, like granite and diorite. And andesite. I can't forget that, bro. I love andesite. And then also ocean monuments with their guardians and elder guardians. Then slime blocks. And then also wood variants finally got added. If you can see this little picture. So, different door types and fence types. Yeah, I'm kind of rambling a bit, but that's kind of the theme of this update, just being called Bountiful. Just a bunch of random nice additions. I think slime blocks. I don't think I mentioned that yet. Again, nothing crazy. I don't think anything that stands out for like an A or S. So, yeah, I'm sorry. This is getting a little mundane. I'm doing another B tier for that one. Just another solid update. But don't worry, this next one's gonna be different. 1.9. Probably the most controversial update to ever come to this game. Oh, one of the most. There's a couple I can think of later in the list. I mean, the main thing here is the combat. They changed combat so you couldn't spam click anymore. You had to time your swings, and for the sake of like PvE, just playing the game, survival mode, I like these changes. I like them. I prefer them. I don't know. They just feel more fun and balanced to play with. I like the sword sweep attack. I always thought that was cool. I like axes being really slow and hard hitting. I thought that was kind of fun. I like the changes. I understand why people don't. Anyway, the other side of this update is kind of like a little end update because it added the far ends to get the elytra and the end cities and everything. And now that I say that, dude, the elytra. I mean, this is kind of what shit on the horses and made them like super dumb. Because the elytras were awesome. You can fly, you can travel so fast now. I don't think I could put that anywhere else. Despite the controversy and the not everyone liking it that much, it's the elytra. I mean, it changed how you play the Minecraft. It changed how you can play the game forever. I think that has to be an S tier. And now, this D and F tier, they've been sitting pretty here all by their lonesome. But don't worry, we got 1.10 next. This is a funny little update because let's see if I can remember everything it like added off the top of my head. So I know it added polar bears, don't really do anything. It added the husks and the strays, two little variants for the zombies and skeletons that are neat. And then it added magma blocks and bone blocks. And I think that's it. So like, Obviously, they're not bad additions to the game, but like, dude, it's just such like a wet fart of an update. Like, I don't know, man. Polar bears, whoa, they don't do anything besides attack you if you're mean to them. Magma blocks damage you, but like, yeah, cool. Bone blocks can store bone meal, I guess. Tusken Strays just add a little variety if you're fighting in the desert or snow. Like, I don't know, man. It's just kind of a nothing update. It's not like it made the game worse because of it, but like, I don't know. I think compared to all these updates, this is an F tier update. Anyway, 1.11. Yeah, let's move on here. I think they called this one the Exploration Update, even though it's kind of small, but honestly, it did have some significant additions. Probably the two most important ones, honestly, would probably be the Observer, another revolutionary redstone device, and shulker boxes. Yeah, I always thought it was funny that shulker boxes didn't come with 1.9 with the shulker. No, we had to wait like, I don't know, 9 months, I think. A whole damn baby time, whatever shit. Yeah, shulker boxes came in here. Again, those are really damn good. Shulker boxes are awesome. And then, yeah, in addition, Woodland Mansions, a funny rare structure. Nothing crazy there, but they did introduce the Illagers. I think just the Evokers, the Vex they summon, and then the Vindicators living in here. So you get the Totem of Undying if you want to. Fun item, nothing crazy, but yeah, honestly, for this update, shulker boxes and observers are like my money. I don't know if they're as giant as some of these. I think I'm gonna do A for now. Because how could I forget? It also added llamas. You know, the mob everyone uses llamas. Yeah. But jumping back down, 1.12. So 1.12, the World of Color update, I believe they called it. I mean, let's see here. It added parrots, funny little pet. I do like parrots. They're cute, colorful, don't really do anything. I like to tame them and just kind of decorate my base with them, I guess. And then also, I believe it's just kind of like the glazed terracotta. Oh, and concrete. The concrete blocks. That was the main colorful blocks they added. And beds, colored beds. And yeah, that's mainly it. Just like some fun new colorful building blocks and beds and parrots. Also the recipe book, which it's also a pretty damn good change. I think if it wasn't for the recipe book, this would be a D tier update. But I think for the recipe book, I'm putting that in C. It just, you don't gotta memorize all those random crafting recipes. You still can if you want to craft the old way. Helps out new players, accessibility. It's a godsend in modded Minecraft. Recipe book, oh, and advancements. Advancements are cool. I mean, we already had achievements, but whatever. I think the recipe book brings it up to a C, but yeah, nothing crazy on 1.12. Then we move on to a big boy update, 1.13. 1.13, the update Aquatic. And I mean, I'll go ahead and say it. I'm extremely biased toward this update. I love the ocean in real life. I don't know, bro. Oceans are cool. Sea life is so cool. And I don't know, this really brought Minecraft's oceans to life because they were just nothing before. You know, squid, sand, gravel, water, maybe an ocean mine, nothing. This added like the sea turtles, dolphins, the 4 little fishies, one of them being tropical fish that come in a million different combinations, the drowned, which can wield a trident, a brand new weapon with its new enchantments, turtle shells. I like wearing turtle shells. I think they're funny. Coral blocks are cool. I don't really build with them. Oh, swimming. Dude, I love swimming. I love movement in video games, and I love to swim in Minecraft. Just a bunch of things in the sea. It made oceans so much more fun to explore. Shipwrecks, the bubble columns. Bubble columns are honestly pretty huge for some complex machinery. And the Phantom was in this update. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I love this update. This is one of my favorites of all time. I mean, I would easily put this in S tier. Me with my bias, and even objectively, I mean, you gotta admit, I can understand for this A, but like, dude, this was one of the best updates of all time, in my opinion. And honestly, back to back with that, 1.14 is another one of my favorite updates, honestly, because this rebalanced villager trading and made villager trading, I mean, pretty overpowered, let's be honest, but that made it fun. Just fun to trade, collect villagers. They added new professions, and the main thing is that they added a bunch of new like blocks, new like station blocks, like barrels. They added the grindstone, which you could disenchant things now. That was pretty fucking cool. The blast furnace to smelt ores faster, the smoker to cook food better. Just all those little things just add up, and just like, these are just nice. These are just nice building blocks. It's nice to have like these new workstations, and I really do love building with them. I'm not much of a builder, but like, I'll build a little little fishing hut. Throw some barrels around there. Oh, and lanterns. Lanterns were added this update. That's right. Dude, I love lanterns. Again, just throwing some of those in builds instead of torches. Just make it so much nicer. Oh, and I can't forget the crossbow. I'm kind of funny and stupid, and I like using crossbows over bows. It's purely just a me thing. I just kind of like to use them because they're funny. The main headliner for this update, the damn raids, they expanded on the Illagers, adding the Pillagers and the Ravagers, laying siege to villages. I don't know, man. Village and Pillage is a damn good update. Damn, screw it. Yeah, S tier for me. Honestly, man, a really good update. Shit, yeah, I love this update. But let's put my little nerd boner away. Let's go to 1.15. Buzzy Bees. And now this update was made to be smaller in scope, mainly do some like polishing and bug fixing, and just add some funny bees while you're at it. And you know what? I love bees. They're a fun mob. You interact with them in a unique way with, their beehives and harvesting honey. They get bottles or honeycomb. It wasn't that useful at the time, but it became a lot more useful in the future. At the time, I would probably rank this as like a C, because the bees were cool, fun to play around with, but I don't know if this is cheating or not. With all the uses honeycomb have now, with copper and candles and all that, I'm just gonna put 1.15 in B. It was a good little update. I do remember, it did kind of polish the game. It was solid, small in scope. It did what it wanted to set out. I think it's a good update. Now, 1.16, another heavy hitter here, the Nether update. We all know how the Nether was before this, just netherrack and angry pigs, and you get your wither skulls and blaze rods and you kind of get out. Now the Nether is like an actual world you want to explore, with like their funny biomes, the big mushroom trees, the new wood types, the piglins inhabiting it. You can barter with them with gold, find their bastions. Piglin brutes added like 2 weeks after launch. Yeah, right, netherite added. Even though it's, not as appealing as diamond armor, a little ugly. Dude, it's netherite. It's just a cool thing to work towards, grind towards, just get your gear stronger, fire resistant. I feel like I'm being like cliche and like predictable, but like, dude, this has to be like an S tier update, honestly. Like, it changed Minecraft in like the best way possible. It's just a great update. Oh, but now we get to a weird thing, because obviously Caves and Cliffs had to be split up into 2 updates. Maybe 3 if you're feeling funny, but 2 updates. And so 1.17 mainly just added all the items and random crap from the updates. So like this was the update specifically that we got like deep slate and copper and dripstone, and I don't know, goats started spawning. I don't think lush caves spawned, but you could get their items from like wandering traders. It was a weird like thing because they had to split it up. And so like with that, it's weird. So I think 1.17 standalone, it's kind of like a B update. Like it added some cool things. Didn't change really terrain generation. But then 1.18, this came with all the terrain generation. Actually kind of had the biomes of the dripstone caves and the lush caves, and all the crazy mountains too, like crazy mountain biomes with the goats and the powder snow. And yeah, I went back and played an older version of Minecraft recently, and I know some people love like kind of the beta generation or some of the older, but dude, it cannot be understated how amazing 1.18 was, just because that new terrain generation can produce some of the most bonkers, crazy, beautiful scenery you've ever seen before. But a little fun fact I love is that the only item this update added was Other Side, the music disc. So like, this is probably like a B or an A tier update by its lonesome. But like, obviously these updates are meant to be like one update, and if 1.17 was added all that content in one fell swoop, this would be an easy S tier, and maybe just straight up the best update of all time. And I kind of consider it like that, but they were released as separate versions. So I'm gonna put them both in B tier, just because I don't know, it's a weird case. I'm sure you get it by now, but yeah, I'll just keep them there. Alright, now 1.19, the Wild Update, or the Mild Update, or Caves and Cliffs Part 3, as people called it. Yeah, when I was talking about controversial shit earlier with 1.9, I was kind of referring to this update, another controversial update, because people didn't really like it, just because it didn't really add a whole lot, and there's a whole birch forest concept art that didn't go anywhere, and like, the main things added this update were the Mangrove Swamp and then the Deep Dark, which, was promised a little while back, but And okay, so my thing with the Mangrove Swamp is it's a cool biome. I like the mud blocks, I like mangrove wood, I like the frogs. I love frogs are funny. But when the biome vote was originally proposed, that had like the swamp in here that lost. But then, you know, they went back and did it. I don't believe it was ever proposed that it would be like a new biome. I thought it was gonna be that they're gonna update the swamp, but no, they made the Mangrove Swamp its own biome, and then they added frogs to the normal swamp biome, and like that's it. So that has just always bothered me, because mangrove swamps are like a cool new biome. The most horrid place to navigate. God damn, they are so awful to run through. They're cool biome, but then swamps are just left to rot, and it just bothers me. But anyway, then the other half, the Deep Dark. The Deep Dark, although it's like delayed a bit, I mean, it did kind of deliver. I mean, it's such a unique area, biome, dungeon thing to loot, because you are trying your damnedest not to make a peep so the warden doesn't just completely one-shot you. The atmosphere down there is so freaky. Like, I know I'm an adult playing a little block game, but goddamn, dude, that shit is scary. If it wasn't for the Deep Dark, this would be like probably a C. Honestly, that shit like carries it so much. I'm sorry, I'm putting so many updates in B tier, but this is another B tier, because Deep Dark carries it up there. But don't worry, this one won't be B tier. No, don't you worry. 1.20, the Trails and Tales. So like on paper, this update seems cool, but like once you get in the game and play with the content, it's like, all right, man, sure. All right, so let's go over it. It added bamboo wood, finally, and cherry wood and the Cherry Grove biome, which is gorgeous, by the way. But you know, it's just a biome. It had the sniffer. Cool. Yeah, sniffers are cool. They're hard to get. They don't really do anything. They just look funny. They're nothing crazy. Oh, and archaeology was finally added this update. So Caves and Cliff Part 4 right here. I'm just yanking your snake, bro. But yeah, archaeology was kind of a big feature here because trail ruins is added where you could dig up shit. Other structures had shit added to dig things up. The main thing you get is maybe some armor trims or pottery sherds to just make little decorations, decorative pots, or put decorations on your armor, which is very cool, to be fair. But like, I don't know. Like, it's cool, but like, is it this crazy new like in-depth gameplay? No. I like to do the archaeology in this game, but like, what does it boil down to? I'm just sitting at my screen, holding down my mouse button, just brushing away at sand. Half the time it's like, oh cool, a wooden hoe. Oh cool, a glass pane. Oh cool. It's not very engaging, but I just want the damn pottery sherds and armor trims. Like, it's a fine update, but like, yeah. I'll move on from that. We have our first drop here, and you might be a little confused as to why there's a bat on my screen, or your screen. But later Mojang, when they were kind of introducing the drops, they kind of retroactively said, guys, that little update from the fall where we changed the bat model and added the ability to put items in decorative pots, call it like the bats and pots drop or something. I don't know. I just am kind of including it here for the sake of just covering all my bases. But yeah, they changed the bat model and they added items in pots. I don't know. I don't know what to say. We'll just put it in F tier. Whatever. Anyway, the second drop was then the Armored Paws, and this is like the first real drop where they started pushing that stupid name. But yeah, this added the Armadillo, and with its little armadillo scoots you get brush off to then make wolf armor for your dogs. And those dogs, they added wolf variants for different biomes. And that's it. That's okay. Drops are smaller. Gotta be honest, I was so pissed when the Armadillo won the mob vote, because come on, who the hell uses... I don't use wolves to fight. I don't need armor for them. Sure, it's nice, but having dog variants is cool. But at the end of the day, at least for me, I tame my wolf, follows me around for a little bit, then it pisses me off, and I sit it in my base, and it sits there forever. Doesn't matter if it looks funny or has cool armor that I can dye on it, it just sits there. It's like, I don't know, this is just a nothing update to me. Like, it's cool. I can recognize that people love it, and even with my bias against it, I don't think I'd put it in F. I do think it's a solid D tier, though. First D tier, kind of impressive, but yeah. Anyway, sorry if I pissed you off with that one. Let's go to 1.21. 1.21, Tricky Trials update. As of now, the last major, .20 update released. But yeah, this thing added the trial chambers, the big new dungeons you could find underground. Which, when you can find them, because I don't know, it's annoying trying to find them because, you know, they're fully encased in stone. But when you can't find them, they are fun little dungeons, and they can be tough sons of bitches too. Honestly, man, I think they're really fun to run through. I love getting all the loot. I like that the breeze is there. Wind charges are funny. I like to mess around with wind charges. I like to challenge myself against all these mobs. Good for XP, good for some loot. Fun little things. But then they just took it one step further and added the ominous, like kind of the whole ominous rework. So yeah, you get the ominous trials with that to just make them balls hard and get even better loot, including a brand new exclusive weapon, the mace, which is bonkers and funny. Yeah, they're just really fun little structures, and even though that's like the main thing this update added, they just did them so well, man. Like, it's not an S, but like, dude, solid A, man. Tricky Trials was really good. Yeah, also they added a bunch of copper and tough blocks, and I love building with them. Good update. Anyway, let's move on to another stupid little thing, because you might be questioning what the hell's this bundle doing here. I forget this had happened too, but when the bundles were finally added, because they were like an experimental feature for years, they considered it to be a drop, called it the Bundles of Bravery, because that bravery means they finally added hardcore mode to the Bedrock Edition. So basically, if you're a Java player, you got bundles finally. And honestly, man, bundles are really damn good. I find them really useful. I carry them around. I think they're good. I don't know. Bundles are really awesome, but that being like the only thing added in this little drop, I think they're a great standalone item to see. It's like a good solid update to the game. Nothing revolutionary. Maybe they are. I don't know. Alright, home stretch here. The Garden Awakens. When they first revealed this, I thought this shit was so cool. Yeah. After playing with it, like, they added the Pale Garden, which is like a little offshoot dead version that spawns next to Dark Oak Forest, because it's just kind of like a spooky version of that, where it's quiet, it's eerie, and at nighttime the creaking spawns and will give you back shots when you're not looking. That's cool, but once you know that, you're never going to go to this biome at night. You can get resin from like punching the creaking, so there's a reason to interact with it. But dude, like resin, I'm not using that to build the resin bricks. You can't place it on blocks, it looks kind of nice. You can't put it on armor trims. We already had orange in the form of copper. Pale Oak is cool. It's nice finally getting a white wood type. I think for that alone, I'll put this in C. But honestly, I honestly don't know if this is a super popular opinion, but Garden Awakens is kind of disappointing for me. Maybe I had my expectations too high, but you know, it's fine. It's whatever. Then we get the Spring to Life drop, which honestly, another like small little drop, but I really liked this one. It focused on just livening things up a bit. You know, go figure, that's the damn name of it. But yeah, we got stuff like the little bushes, firefly bushes, which, shit man, I don't know. Those are amazing for atmosphere. You got fun little desert ambient sound effects like wind rustling. You got the variants like cows, pigs, and chickens, which it's just fun having some variants. The cactus flower, cute little thing. I don't know, man. It's just kind of a nice little update. It was nice. It's better than Garden Awakens. I really like this one. I made a damn video about it just because I was so happy that it just wasn't shit. I don't know. Oh goddamn, I'm putting it a B because although small, the things added were really nice. I really like wildflowers. Moving on, we got the Chase the Skies drop, and to be honest, I was looking forward to this one a lot before release, but then like after it did and I played with it, like I don't know, man, it's kind of just a niche novelty. The Happy Ghast is cute when it's a baby. I wish I could keep it a baby forever. But then it grows up. Yes, you can fly with them. They help you build. I don't know. That's the whole update. The whole update's the Happy Ghast. If it doesn't do it for you, then it's not a good update, and it doesn't do it for me. It did add some great new music in the form of like tears and the new ambient tracks. And then also this was added like 2 weeks after launch. They added like the Lava Chicken music disc. So I'll count that as part of this drop. But gameplay-wise, this update kind of stinked. The only reason, honestly, I'm not putting an F is because I feel like people would kill me. And also, I love the new music added and the ability to change how often music plays. I don't know. I want to put it in C, you know, but like, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. The haters will kill me. Or maybe they already have. I don't care. But now the last thing, the last little thing here is, I don't know, 2025 game drop 3 fall drop. Yeah, we are still in the snapshot cycles for this update, so this update doesn't have a name yet. Who knows if it will by the time I edit and upload this video, but yeah. I think though, they have announced that all the features are done for this, so they're moving on to bug fixes. And already, dude, I think this is gonna be like an all-timer drop. So first off, they revived the Copper Golem. I wasn't even on Team Copper Golem, but like, I'm so happy they are. I mean, this is exactly what I wanted to do with these drops. Bring back the mobs that lost votes. And better yet, they changed the functionality of the Copper Golem. It just doesn't press buttons randomly, which was frankly stupid. I'm sorry, guys. But now it has the whole functionality where it goes in the chest and sorts for you. I just think that's so damn cool. Like, you just plop down the Copper Golem and you have it organized for you. Yes, it has its rules and its limitations, but you can build around that. And I just think that's so damn cool. It can turn into a statue if you want for decoration, as some poses. And then besides that, dude, this is like a Copper Lover's wet dream update. They're adding copper tools and armor, which is like slightly better or slightly worse iron armor, which, you know, what the hell, why not? It just adds another little something to the game. Copper torches and lanterns. Sure, man. I don't know. I know I'm forgetting some stuff, and there's like copper chains, copper bars, but point is, they're just adding so much copper in this update and just fully fleshing out this ore, which I feel like it's needed for a while. And I think the Copper Golem new functionality is so damn neat. And yeah, I'm kind of hovering around it. Yeah, A tier for me, just because it's not out yet. I know you can still play with it though, but I do think this is totally an A-worthy drop, because I don't know, man. I've always been a good, big copper guy. I just think it's kind of funny. I like to build with it. And oh man, dude, they're just adding so much to copper. I love the Copper Golem now. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to when this releases. My recording's at 45 minutes now. Talking a lot of Minecraft today, but yeah, there we go. That is my ranking, my tier list of every single main Minecraft update. I don't think I'm gonna move anything around. I think I'm pretty solid in this. Again, these are not ordered within a tier, but if you do want to know like my thoughts, I think just because they put themselves up to it, I think the Bats and Pots drop is like the worst update ever. The 1.10 is the worst update for counting named versions. And then for the best update, that's a close call between like 13, 14, Caves and Cliff combined. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a topic for another day, honestly. But yeah, that's the video. Please let me know in the comments if I pissed you off or if you agree with me. I'd love to know. I love talking Minecraft. And yeah, this video is already really long. I think you get the point now. Hope you enjoyed watching and everything, and I will see you guys later. Oh, and as always, have a nice day.